KGW Breaking News.
We have breaking news out of Southeast Portland, where police are investigating a deadly shooting. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. In just the last 15 minutes, we've learned that one person has died after that shooting along Southeast 134th Avenue. Our Libby Dowsett is live on the scene right now. Libby, what have we learned?
Well, folks, we just got information from the police department saying that they got a call about 2:30 in the morning and crews responded right here, Powellhurst, Gilbert neighborhood. You can see behind me, there's a mobile command unit here. There are multiple units. We've seen cars coming and going all morning. And the call was that someone was not breathing. When they arrived, they found a person with gunshot wounds. And despite their best efforts from the emergency crews, the person was pronounced deceased at the scene. Now, detectives from the Portland Police Homicide Unit are now responding to the scene to investigate. And during the investigation, traffic all around this area has been impacted. Also, people living in these homes in this area have been coming to the tape right here in front of us, where there's one police unit standing by asking to get through the area. We've seen a man walked into the area with the officers. Many homes in this area. All the streets around here, 130th to 136th on Herald, have been taped off. So avoid that area, according to officers. And when we spoke to one, they said they will be on scene for quite a while. And again, we mentioned earlier that police confirmed that there are grief counselors on the scene, and that's the latest from the scene right here and the taped off area at 130th. Back to you.
All right, Libby Dowsett reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Libby. All right, let's head over to Rod Hill for a look at your weather.
All right, good morning on a Monday. It is another cold start, not frosty everywhere, but frosty in many spots, including the Capitol lawn there. Looking at our live camera in Salem, where it's now down to 28 degrees. So tack on another day of just cold temperatures out the door. Good visibility, not seeing any fog reported. 31 degrees. We have broken cloudiness, kind of mostly cloudy skies up top. Again, PDX just now down below freezing. So right around 32, give or take, out the door at the bus stop this morning. It is possible you'll encounter literally just a trace of rain, but otherwise it's a dry day, 43 at noon, and we'll open up partly sunny skies in about 48 when the kids get out of school mid-afternoon. Here's Chris.
All right, Rod, thanks for that. Let's get you out the door with a quick look at the roads. We'll start off over on the east side, the Banfield Interstate 84 out near 82nd Avenue. Traffic zipping along just fine coming in from that part of town. We'll switch gears and take you up to North Portland, the I-5 South commute up near the Expo Center right there. Getting busier, but still that's a speed limit clip. So far, so good on the freeways. I do want to let you know about this. Overnight tonight, big traffic alert in Oregon City and West Linn. I-205, the Abernathy Bridge, will be closed for 6 hours tonight from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. tomorrow as ODOT continues work on that sign bridge installation. Again, the detours for that 99E, Highway 43, I-5. Guys, local traffic, of course, can always use the Arch Bridge. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. All right, big story, especially for us here in the Pacific Northwest. This game, it came down to the NFC Championship against the Rams, and it was close, but the Seahawks managed to punch their ticket to the big game after a 31-27 win over the Rams. This will be their fourth Super Bowl appearance and first in 11 years. And for those who didn't watch the game in person, some fans packed the Vancouver Convention Center for a watch party organized with the Southwest Washington Hawkers Boosters Club.
It's season ticket holders, so they are up in Seattle. They're at the game. But for the away games, this place is packed. Home games like this one and even Super Bowl, it'll be even more packed. But no, it's a great thing, and it's good for the community to have a spot to watch the game together.
And it was safe to say that Seahawks fans at other local watch parties were pretty excited.
This means everything to Seattle. You see everybody here in this bar. I mean, look around, go outside, listen to the noise.
Patriots, we're going to see you in the ball, bro. Patriots, we're going to see you at the Super Bowl, bro.
Bam, it will be a rematch of Super Bowl 49 between the Seahawks and Patriots. The Seahawks hoping for a different outcome, and the early line for the Seahawks, 4-point favorites. Super Bowl 60 is February 8th at 3:30 in Santa Clara, California.
And developing this morning, questions and outrage growing after federal agents shot another person in Minneapolis. Saturday, agents shot and killed Alex Preddy, who appeared to be taking video of an immigration arrest.
As more videos of the shooting emerge, many are questioning the Trump administration's story about what really happened. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington, D.C.
This morning, a growing outcry over the shooting death of 37-year-old Alex Preddy by federal law enforcement in Minneapolis, the city's second involving federal law enforcement this month. As protesters react to the multiple videos capturing the scene, the Trump administration is defending the officers. The Department of Homeland Security posting that Preddy, quote, approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
When they tried to get him to disengage, he became aggressive and resisted them throughout that process. These officers used their training, followed their protocols, and were in fear of their lives.
The videos, shot from various angles, show federal agents shoving someone before Preddy steps in. Preddy is then pepper sprayed in the face by an officer while holding his phone and is then wrestled to the ground. DHS said he brandished a weapon, but the videos don't appear to show that. This one does show an agent appearing to remove a gun from Preddy's back waistband seconds before the shots are fired. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar among elected officials rejecting the Trump administration's description of the scene.
I just keep thinking, your eyes don't lie.
Local officials say Preddy had a permit to carry, and groups like the Gun Owners of America are defending his right to bear arms while protesting. Preddy was an ICU nurse for a Minneapolis VA hospital, his parents calling him kind-hearted and deeply caring.
He loved this country, but he hated what people were doing to it.
President Trump overnight demanding state and local officials cooperate with his administration's deportation efforts as those officials call on ICE to leave the state. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And taking a live look at the Capitol building now, because the chances of a partial federal government shutdown later this week are growing. This comes after congressional Democrats announced that they would not support a Department of Homeland Security spending bill unless it includes changes that impose conditions on immigration enforcement operations. Meantime, that shooting also sparked local protests. Last night, a candlelight vigil was held in Forest Grove. The group behind the vigil, Indivisible Forest Grove, says that the event was meant to build solidarity within the local community, even if the shooting happened in a different state.
Alex Preddy died defending another woman as she was being brutalized by ICE. Renee Good died because she was defending her neighborhood against ICE. Over and over, the government is telling us, these are our enemies, these are domestic terrorists. We are not domestic terrorists. We just care about our neighbors.
On Saturday, hundreds showed up at Portland's South Waterfront neighborhood for a rally and then eventually marched to the ICE building where the crowd only grew. Portland police ended up arresting 4 people Saturday night. Those charges of the 4 arrested range from disorderly conduct to attempted assault. One person is accused of throwing a glass candle at federal officers. No arrests at the ICE building last night.
And stay with us as we continue to cover the fallout from the Minneapolis ICE shooting. Ahead at 6:30, we will hear from local leaders reacting to the shooting.
With the increased presence of federal agents in the region, Vancouver police say that they are seeing an uptick of community members interfering with their officers, thinking that they may be part of immigration enforcement. Police Chief Troy Price wants to make sure that you can recognize Vancouver police specialty units like SWAT and crime reduction. He says that there have been examples of federal agents wearing similar uniforms, but that the local police department doesn't take part in immigration enforcement.
People can record all day, and that's fine. But actually injecting themselves into the situation becomes problematic, and actually it's quite dangerous.
The chief tells us that their units will wear a patch identifying them as Vancouver police, either the front or back or shoulder of the uniform.
Turning now to your local forecast by way of our Rose City sky cam. Heading over to Rod for a look at the forecast, and sounds like some changes are in the future here, Rod.
We're almost, first off, yeah, thank you, Matthew. We're almost done with this stretch of just cold, frosty, freezing nights. The coldest of the bunch, by the way, at PDX was the 22-degree temperature we had yesterday morning. And a lot of you were 18, 19, 20 yesterday morning. Now, we still have some frosty conditions out there on this Monday, but not that cold. And starting no later than Wednesday, I've got lows at 40 or better the rest of the week. So we are changing gears. A lot of cloudiness out there this morning. There are breaks in the cloud cover. Radar is picking up what could be some traces of rain pushing inland this morning, but otherwise expecting a dry day. The bricks are dry. Pioneer Park building, looking down at the square, we're 31 degrees outside right now out at the airport. Happy Valley's 35, so mostly it is frosty on this map. 30 in Beaverton, 33 Gresham. We have east winds still blowing out at Troutdale to about 25 miles per hour this morning. Salem's 28 and Albany also at 28 degrees. This afternoon's map, by the way, even at the coast, the best chance for any traceable amounts of rain will be ending early afternoon. The disturbance bringing that will be moving off to our east. But we'll have mostly cloudy to eventually kind of partly sunny skies across the area. 50s at the beach. Most inland areas will be up into the 40s. Bend 49, Portland 46. This shows temperatures at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So shower chances pick up tomorrow afternoon. There could still be some freezing spots in the morning, depending on cloud cover. But there's that low of 40 starting Wednesday, and then we're done with the freezing nights. And every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, less or so on Saturday, but otherwise, every day expecting some manageable rainfall. And that's your forecast for now.
Rod, thanks for that. We pick it up with a traffic alert in Northeast Portland, not far from the airport. A busy road that folks use to get to the airport. Northeast 82nd Avenue right now closed because of police activity between Columbia Boulevard and Alderwood Road. So if you're trying to get PDX this morning, I-205 probably your best bet. We're going to get more details on this. And guys, I hope to have those for you in just a little bit. But again, 82nd Avenue closed near the airport, according to Portland Police. More on that in just a bit. Matthew, back to you.